The first storm in more than a month is sweeping tonight across Northern California, bringing much-needed rain to the valley and snow to the Sierra. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year from all of us. I'm Stan Atkinson. Coming up here, a look at what the storm has brought, how long it's going to last, and the latest word on travel conditions in the Sierra.
Hello, I'm Margaret Pelley. Also in the news tonight, a pending strike by teachers in the Stockton Unified School District. It's set to begin tomorrow morning. The district says it's ready.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
We missed you.
I'm happy to be here.
Join us. Margaret's back. We have a special mid-evening edition of the news next.
Enjoy a gospel symphony concert in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
You're watching KCRA TV, where the news comes first. This is Channel 3 Reports.
Topping the news tonight, just what we needed. Most of all, to begin this new year, an honest-to-goodness winter storm, a storm that is bringing real rain to the Central Valley and snow to the Sierra. Rain began spreading across Northern California early today, hitting Sacramento by early this afternoon. Since then, we have received some significant amounts. This is the first rain the capital city has had, in fact, in more than a month. Sacramento did not get one drop in the month of December, and Stockton and Modesto only got tiny amounts. Of course, when it's raining in the valley, we can usually expect snow in the Sierra. Tracy Bryan has been covering that part of the storm story for us. She has a live report from along Interstate 80, where she's been staked out today. Tracy?
Well, Stan, the long-awaited snow is finally here, and it's backing up traffic here at Blue Canyon. It's coming down hard all the way to the 3,000-foot level. And even though it is needed, it really couldn't have come at a worse time, because as the holiday travelers began heading for home, it started earlier today, and it hasn't stopped since. Like beginner skiers, the cars headed home were slow and cautious. No snow tires or chains were required along I-80. Still, the new wet snow made driving difficult. But it was a different story for those diehards still skiing on the mountain. First snow in over a month was a welcome sight.
Great. Good snow. They're making it up on top, but it's snowing in the air, too.
It's just great. Everything's just great today. Not many people out here either.
It's true, the lack of snow in December cut into ski resort business this holiday season. At Boreal, the ski lifts were nearly empty today. Still, no one there was complaining. They were just happy to see the white stuff finally falling.
It'll improve conditions. No matter how much snow we get, it'll always make things better. Plus, it'll get people thinking that there's more snow in the mountains, so the skiers will continue to come up.
But today, most everyone was going down, back home. Along Highway 50, traffic was relegated to one lane, and it was slow going. Snow tires or chains were required at the Wright Lake exit at about the 5,000-foot level. Most travelers were caught by surprise.
Our friends told us it wasn't snowing, so we weren't expecting this at all. Yeah, so yesterday we were in 80-degree weather in LA.
Well, it is cold here. The roads are freezing and driving is becoming more and more treacherous. In fact, I'd say if you can stretch your holiday weekend out one more day, I'd do so, because it looks like it's only going to get worse tonight. Margaret?
And what a good excuse, the weather. That's why you couldn't come back today. Now, here's the latest on some of the major Sierra highways. In fact, on I-80, expect some delays westbound towards Sacramento from the mountains. Experts say carry chains. On US 50 tonight, chains are required east of Kybers. As we said, this is the first storm we've had in more than a month. Rick Rippon is here to tell us how much more we can expect from this particular one.
Well, Margaret, the weather's off to a good start on this New Year's Day, and rainfall, of course, has been fairly substantial here in the valley. Sacramento picking up more than 6/10 of an inch of rain. Unfortunately, it hasn't been quite as heavy elsewhere in the valley, and the storm is a quick mover. Looking at radar tonight, in fact, the rain has already ended in the Bay Area, and skies are clearing. The heaviest rain at this point from Stockton and Modesto into the foothills south of Placerville, and up in the mountains, of course, it is snowing. The snow level, if you're heading up Interstate 80, is right around 2,600 feet or so, around Colfax, a mixture of rain and snow. Snow above that, and accumulations of up to 4 or 5 inches around Donner Summit. Farther south on Highway 50, snow is reported north of, well, actually above Camino. There's a mixture of rain and snow there. And at Echo Summit, about 8 inches of new snowfall and a steady snow falling there this evening. So take that into account if you're traveling. As far as the forecast is concerned tonight in the Sierra, the snow will continue. It'll taper off tomorrow morning, some partial sunshine in the afternoon, highs in the 20s to low 30s. In the foothills tonight, again, a mixture of rain and snow down to about the 2,000-foot level, then becoming partly sunny tomorrow. The high 48 at Auburn, 46 at Placerville, 51 degrees at Jackson. In the Bay Area, partly cloudy the rest of the night, partly sunny tomorrow, highs in the 50s. And here in the Central Valley, the rain tapering off during the next few hours, some partial clearing towards morning, and tomorrow a mixture of clouds and sunshine, highs in the 50s. Unfortunately, it appears that this is the last storm for a while, and we're getting back into that ridge of high pressure again. And I'll have an update on that tonight at 11.
Not to get our hopes up, huh? Okay, Rick, thanks. Now, tonight's other major story, the pending teacher strike in Stockton, apparently tonight, no longer pending. By a margin of 9-1, teachers in Stockton voted tonight to go on strike. So when classes begin tomorrow morning, the bulk of the 2,000 teachers of the Stockton Unified System are not going to be reporting to their classrooms. Negotiations between the teachers and the district broke off on Sunday. Our Kent Pierce reports tonight that the district expected the strike, so has made plans to keep the schools open.
Teachers have been preparing for a strike for several weeks. The teachers wanted 8% raise retroactive to last year and 9% for this year. The district's best offer is 4.5% and 5%. The district also wants to limit health insurance rates to what's current, with teachers to pay any future increases. More than 31,000 students are enrolled in Stockton schools. The district is prepared for a strike by recruiting substitute teachers.
We have been advertising since before Thanksgiving for people as far away as the Bay Area, Sacramento, and we have quite an extensive list. And we will call those people in at, in whatever numbers are available to work.
Many teachers who are also parents are not optimistic about a solution.
There's no settlement even in the near future, so I don't know, we don't know what's going to happen.
Is strike the only course to follow?
I think so. At least that's what all my colleagues say, too.
Many parents won't send their children to school to be taught by someone other than their regular teacher. While many parents are opposed to a teacher strike, others support them.
Teachers, I believe we have quality teachers, so they deserve quality pay, so that we'll get our children to get a quality education. And based on that, I feel that that's adequate enough to keep my children at home.
There hasn't been a full-fledged strike in Stockton schools for 15 years. Negotiating teams from the teachers and the school district are scheduled to meet Tuesday morning at 10, 2 hours after school begins, with or without the regular staff of teachers. In Stockton, Kent Pierce, Channel 3 reports.
We will, of course, continue to keep you up to date on the Stockton strike situation. Be sure to check in with us first thing in the morning for live reports on the Sunrise edition of Channel 3 Reports beginning at 5:30. Margaret?
The theme of this year's Rose Parade in Pasadena was a world of harmony, but everything did not go harmoniously. The event was disrupted briefly by a group of AIDS activists who chained themselves together and staged a sit-down protest. The crowd booed the demonstrators and then cheered officials when they moved in and broke up the demonstration. Other than that, though, the rest of the parade went off as planned. Even the weather cooperated this year. Officials in Pasadena estimate 1 million people lined Orange Grove and Colorado Boulevards to watch the 60 floats, 22 bands, and 275 equestrians in person. It's estimated another 350 million people watched the parade on TV, broadcast in 90 countries around this world.
That does it for the news for now. Stay tuned. A special telecast of the California International Marathon coming up over the next hour. We'll be back with later news at 11. Walt Gray will be with us with all the sports, of course.
Including tonight's game and the highlights. We'll be back then. So please stay tuned. We'll see you at 11 o'clock tonight.